So let us start practical class. This is the first practical class, and the name of the practical or objective is handling, washing, and operation of laboratory wares. So this practical has been divided into two parts. In first, we are only going to discuss handling and washing, and the second part we have to go through the standard operating procedure for different type of equipment, how to run, that we are going to discuss. So in this first handling and washing of laboratory wares we are going to discuss. So you have to write the objective, and under this, regarding introduction is concerned, first you have to write the introduction. Under the introduction, interesting point is that in most of the laboratory that are to be used for practical purposes of bachelor degree courses, the major laboratory item is glassware. So the main thing, we have to wash it out, the glassware, and we have to reuse it. So the most important regarding the glassware is how to wash it, how to rinse, how to reuse it, that we are going to discuss under this handling and washing of the laboratory wares, particularly the glasswares, because in the lab we are using mainly the glasswares. So in this, we have to, let us start the protocol for cleaning glassware. So before going to start the cleaning of glassware, we have to go through the safety measure of the person who is performing the washing process. So for the safety of the person indulge in washing of the glassware, we have to have the PPE kit. So what is this PPE? This is the personal protective equipments for the person who is participating in the washing process. In this, we have to have lab coat, then in hand, the most important is gloves, and for uh, checking or preventing eyes, we have to use the eye protection glasses, and legs we have to check by using long pants and trouser, and the last one is the feet or foot. For that, we have to have the shoes, like long boot shoes if possible, they have to wear that. So these are the things has to put by the personnel going through the washing process. And these equipments are called PPE kit or personal protective equipments. So in next step, we have to, how we have to move for the washing process, that we are going to discuss. We are going to use only those glassware that is not broken, and you call the unbroken, that we are going to use the glassware. And we are also going to see whether the glassware are hot or cold, because hot glass we are not going to put directly in the water to initiate the washing process, so that we have to see this also. We also have to see if the glassware is closed one, so the cover should not be over tightened, that we have to see also. When we are going to send any glassware for repair purposes, So that should be emptied and clean and washed. Then we have to send for the repair purposes. So these are the things that we are going to consider while washing. We also have to see whether the glass is have been greased. Then we have to think about that. Then we, for final washing, I mean rinsing with the tap water, we have to wash with the distilled water. We have to also check whether the glass is broken or not, or is a line is formed over the glass that later on it may break down. Then we have to use polarized light to see the stressed line, and that is indicating the chances of breakage. So we have to see by using polarized light. And before going to start washing or keeping in the chemical, the glassware should be properly emptied. And if the chemicals or something is there, we have to throw the chemicals properly so that it will not cause create any problem, hazardous problem. So that we have to see that. Now we have to start with the cleaning of the glassware. So after using any glassware and before starting washing of the glassware, we have to put it immediately in the water. So we have to check it drying properly so that it should be easily wash it out. What I am telling, before going to keep it in the solution, after using of any glassware while going through the experiment, we have to keep it in the tab filled water. In that we have to keep the glassware after the experiment so that the glassware should not be dried extremely and it should be easily washed out. So now we have to see what are the things that we are using to clean the glassware. This is very, very important. So for glassware cleaning, we are using the glassware cleaners or chemical, you can say. For the cleaning of the glassware, we have to use soap or detergent, cleansing powder, or any other chemicals for the glassware washing as a cleaners. So now we have to start what are the chemicals that we are using for cleaning of the glassware, what are the solutions that we are going to discuss, and that are very, very important because the glassware cleaning is very, very important. Why? Because this is one of the protocol of good laboratory protocol or process, GLP. So we have to maintain the GLP protocol so that the experiment, particularly the research purposes, should be performed well. So we have to take care of that. So after using any glassware while performing the practical or the research purposes, the glassware may have the marking with the permanent pen. So we have to first remove the marked glassware by using alcohol, that is IPA, isopropyl alcohol. And if the isopropyl alcohol is not available, then we have to use the acetone to remove the stain of the pen that was marked for its use. Here, one important point is that for plastic ware, we are not going to use acetone for erasing of any pen marking because this is going to create the problem with the plastic. So this is very important thing. Second uh, uh, thing before going to start the glassware is that the new glass that we are going to use, usually what happen, the people are thinking that the new glass are usually don't have any problem, but new glassware are slightly alkaline in reaction, and therefore because this is alkaline in nature, we are going to soak these glassware in just opposite chemicals, that is the acidic in nature, and the acidic solution that we have to make concentration at 1%. So for new glassware solution, we have to dip the glassware in acidic solution, and the acidic solution should be 1%. You can say the soaked in 1% solution of acidic solution for several hours, so that it should remove the alkalinity of the glassware. And in the acid, we are going to use either the hydrochloric acid or nitric acid, and thereafter keeping this glassware for several hours, we are going to brush it out and with the scrubbers, and after brushing it out, we are going through the washing with the tap water, and finally with the distilled water, and finally in the it should be kept for drying for the for further use. Now, the other solution that are usually to be used in lab for as a solution for washing the glassware, and this is a very simple one, and the glassware is not much in bad condition. In that, we may use the soap. So under the soap, we have to use labeling, and the solution should be 0.5%. So 0.5% labeling should be used, and that 0.5% labeling in which we have made the solution, in which we are going to keep the glassware as a soaked. So glassware should be soaked one. So how we have to prepare this 5%, 0.5% labeling? If the solution is 100 ml, then we are going to take 0.5 ml of Lebolin in 99.5 ml of this pure water, and that is for the 100 ml. And if we prepare the solution for washing the glassware, we have to soak the glassware in which we have kept this labeling, and the water, if the water is hot, this the that the so washing is more better. So the water that are used for preparation of solution, that is 0.5%, if the water is hot in nature, this is going to give more better results. So use hot water. This is interesting. And if the labeling is not available, then we have to use the soap solution. So soap solution should be, we are going to make 1 to 2%, and better result, you have to use the 2% liquid soap solution. So how you have to prepare the 2% lab solution, liquid soap solution? We are going to take the water in a bucket, and you have to take 2 ml of the soap solution in 998 ml 998 ml of 998 98 ml of not 998, that is 98 ml of the water to make the 100 ml. So how much you are going to use the water, you have to make it 2%. And thereafter, making the 2% solution, you have to keep the glassware, or you can soak the glassware for several hours, then scrub it, then you have to move further. Like after scrubbing, you have to wash with the tap water, then after that you have to wash with the distill water, finally dry it and keep it for the further use. Uh, Also, if we are going to see if the condition of glassware is not so good, I mean so dirty, the blood is there, clotted blood is there, and then we have to see what are the other option of the solution that has to be used for the washing of the glassware. So for better result, if the condition of the glassware is not good, so dirty, and over which the clotted blood is there, then we have to use the chromic acid. The problem of the chromic acid is that this is highly corrosive in nature, as well as it is carcinogenic in nature. So for that, you may use other acid that may be the corrosive, so be cautious to dispose it. For chromic acid, we are going to discuss about the how much percentage we have to use, and especially if the blood clot is there, then we have to use the chromic acid. And if this is not available, then we have to may consider other acid like nitric acid, and if the sulfuric acid we have to use. So how we have to make this chromic acid solution? For preparation of chromic acid solution, we have to use either sodium salt or either potassium salt. So potassium or sodium dichromate, we are going to use it, crush it in fine powder form, and we are going to weigh about 20 gram, and 20 grams should be kept in a beaker, and this 20 gram in this 20 gram of sodium or potassium dichromate powder, we have to pour a small or meager amount of water, and we have to make it in the paste form. And thereafter, after making it in the paste form, we are going to put the concentrated sulfuric acid, and that sulfuric acid that we are using usually 300 ml. So in 20 gram of sodium or potassium dichromate, we are going to pour about 30 ml concentrated sulfuric acid, and the solution has been made, and this solution should be used for the glassware water, glassware washing. So how we have to process further? This chromic acid we have to keep in in a bottle, and that should be a stoppered bottle, and we have to close it properly. So whenever we need this type of solution, we have to use accordingly, and we have to pour in the tap, and in which we have to soak the glassware, and then we have to scrub it out. After scrubbing it out, we have to wash with the tap water, and finally with the distilled water, and drying, and then kept for the further use. This is the same for all. That should not be should not be repeated again and again. And a very interesting thing with the chromic acid solution is that chromic acid solution we have to use repeatedly, or you can say we can use this solution again and again. And how you can say this the chemical property of this solution get finished, that get devalued, then we have to see the color. If the color become greenish color, then we have to discard this chromic acid solution. And discard of this chromic acid solution, also we have to obey a protocol, because this is the corrosive in nature, carcinogenic nature. So how we have to discard it? Either through the dilution with the water, with large volume water, or you have to neutralize it by using this is acid, so you have to neutralize with the base like sodium hydroxide. So this is about the chromic acid. If and that is for the blood clot is there on the glassware, then we have to use this type of solution. Now we have to see if the glassware have the grease. So if the grease is there, greasy glassware is there, so we have to remove the greasiness. So we have to remove greasiness by either using the solvent like acetone, sodium, or if the acetone is not is being there, the most important solution we have to make of the sodium carbonate, and acetone is also we are using to remove the stain. So sodium carbonate or acetone or other fat solvent we have to use to remove the greasiness. And if the this greasiness is silicon greasy in nature, then we have to use the chemical like decahydronaphthalene. So these are the chemical that should be used to remove the grease. You may use the sulfuric acid or acetone, and the timing for dipping these chemical is 30 minutes, and to remove the greasiness. Now we have to see uh, what is the better, how much time is required to keep this glassware in the to be soaked. We have to keep it in mind when we are using usually the soap. And as earlier we have already discussed, if the soap percentage is 1 to 2%, then we have to keep it in the boiled water, and we may boil it up to 30 minutes, because this will give better result. Even after washing it, if you are thinking that the glassware is contaminated with the microbes, then to kill it, microbes like bacteria or virus, you have to go to sterilize the glassware to kill it well. So this is very, very important. Now the other thing that we have to consider, that we already discussed, that that if um, we already uh, washed it, and after the washing, I mean after soaking in the solution, cleaners or cleansing solution, after soaking, after removing from the soaker, scrubbing, soaking, then scrubbing, and after the scrubbing, you have to wash with the tap water. And after washing with the tap water, we have to go through the distilled water washing. After the distilled water washing or deionized water washing, we have to dry it. So it is better to keep it in the hot air oven. In hot air oven, you have to keep the temperature in between 60 to 66 plus minus 5 degree centigrade, and the temperature never be exceeded up to above 140 degree centigrade. So usually after the washing with the distilled water or deionized water, we have to keep the glassware in the hot air oven at temperature 60 degree centigrade plus minus 5 degree centigrade. And after the drying it, you have to use this glassware. So after cooling it, keep it in a cabinet that should be dust free, and you have to use the glassware for the research purposes or practical purposes or the other purposes. So here we again and again we are talking about the rinsing, washing, you can say the washing or rinsing. So how we have to rinse the glassware? So after soaking in the solution, chemical solution, soap solution, or other solution, we have to scrub it out. And after the scrubbing it out, we have to keep in the running water. And after keeping in running water, we have to wait for some time. And after that, we have to running water have we have to keep as such running. We are not going to close the tap water. So water is running and slowly get emptying. So thereafter we are what we are going to close the tap water, and about 6 times we are going to wash it with the tap water, and after that washing with the distilled or deionized water, and then drying, and then that should be used. And if you are thinking you are going to perform the microbiological essays, then you have to wash it more than 6 times to give the better result. So this is very very important and very very interesting. So this is the one part of the handling and the washing of the glassware. This is the first objective, handling washing of the glassware. So this is thereafter we have to go through the another objective of this same under the same practical, that is the operation of the laboratory ware, that we are calling it the standard operating procedure. So in this standard operating procedure, what are the things we are going to consider under this? It is also coming how we are going to wash the glassware. We have to keep in proper writing form, and we have to paste at the site where the we are performing the washing. So what is this standard operating process? Standard operating process is the process which tell how to perform the work in the laboratory, and this should be in the written form, and this is pasted over the place where we are performing the things, I mean washing, and how we are running the equipment. This is also coming under the standard operating process. So now we have to go through the second practical, and this is very very interesting also. So we have to know about the handling and operating of the laboratory instrument in the lab, or you can say even the washing or other thing that you are performing in the lab, that should be in the written form, so that if a newcomer should come, he or she go through that SOP of that particular for particular things, and they have to perform. They are not going to ask from the other. So what is the main thing under the standard operating procedure? These are the features and the elements of SOP. Oh, that means ki what is the objective of SOP? What is the scope of SOP? What is the responsibility of SOP? What is the references of SOP? What is the definition of SOP? What are the precautions we are taking for SOP? What are the procedures? So amongst these all 2 3 points are very very important for SOP. That is the objective. Objective means key we are going through the procedure. So what is the objective of procedure, and what is the procedure? Now procedure means ki how we are running that process, how we are performing the standard operating procedure. That is coming under the this the last one. Means if you are washing any glassware, so glassware have a proper protocol to wash it out, or how you are operating the equipment present in the lab, that should be in the written form. So these all are coming under the SOP for anything that we are performing in the lab, and these are the very very important thing. So under these are the subheading of SOP that we are I already mentioned, that is objective, that is the scope. What is the scope of the procedure that we are going to consider? What is the responsibility of this one? So that we are references means ki this is the, if you are running any equipment, you took some references, the way of performing that process, way of performing that process by written by someone, that we are taking it. So we have to quote the reference. From that place we took this procedure. So this is coming under the this definition. We have to define if there any acronym or abbreviation or a specialized term are used, so that should be defined. Then the precautions, what are the precautions you have to take while performing that SOP, while going through that SOP for that particular item or equipment or any process. So likewise, that the standard operating procedure for washing glassware. So that is very very interesting thing that you have to see. So that is very how you are performing. You have to write in this way. Eh? And likewise, you go through the another SOP for other equipment like UV visible spectrophotometer. So this is the way we are performing the how we have to run this spectrophotometer that is written here. So likewise, the other for that how you are running the distillation set. This is the process for how to run the distillation set. Now this is the SOP for shaking machine, micro pipette, how you have to use the micro pipette. And this is the question for you all the people. You have to write in practical notebook about the SOP of the following instrument that are used in the laboratory, that is the pH meter, a balance, a hot air oven, a centrifuge, a laminar flow, autoclave, deep freezer, incubator. So you have to write the SOP for these equipment in your practical notebook, that I have to see it. So this is very very important. So how you have to write the question as it arises? First you go through that equipment and you have to run that equipment, and after running that equipment you have to write about everything, the way of starting of that equipment. You have to write with the safety precaution. You have to write everything. So this is all about the practical class.